Hello everyone, my name is Moji. You're watching a Bitcoin Bubble news channel. It shouldn't be non-volatile. This is what you need, because then you know something no one else does. You want it to be very unpredictable. Go start a business, borrow money, raise capital, a hedge fund, a Bitcoin business, tell your friends, start a show, make a life for yourself, borrow money, mortgage your house, and so on. You have 21 years. If you change how you see your bank, I'll let you do work. There are 3 things that will make Bitcoin 100 times more valuable than it is now. 5 years from now, Bitcoin will be worth less than it is now. You should be thankful that you can still buy it, okay? Also, that's not me. This is Warren Buffett talking. That's what Warren would say. Yes? If Warren were only 40 years younger, he would use Bitcoin. Believe me. Michael Saylor talks about Bitcoin's chance for a 100x move in this film. He makes it clear that Bitcoin actually benefits from instability, and that guessing what will happen isn't important. He was talking about his recent bullish statement that Bitcoin's base price will reach $13 million by 2045, which he shared at the recent Bitcoin conference in Nashville. Michael says that the most important thing is how well you can use your belief in Bitcoin's growth over the next 21 years to build investments in companies. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel as we bring you more conversation clips. And set up post alerts to get more videos like this. Add your ideas, comments, and observations to the conversation by writing them in the box below. Everything you do is good for the YouTube system and helps the channel grow a lot. Thanks, and have fun with the movie. Just so you know, I might not be as interested in the new psychic coin when I'm 99 or something. That is, I might not be on stage talking about the new thing, but that's not why I'm here. They say you shouldn't be sad when the price goes down. Now is your chance to buy it. This is my second point if you could choose. If I told you, I know where Bitcoin is going, each coin will cost $13 million. I'm ready to bet. It's worth about $15 billion, $50 billion, or $100 billion. That's what I think. How would you feel if I told you that each coin would cost $13 million tomorrow? What would your mind be like? Why would you believe me if I told you that in 8 years, each coin will be worth $13 million? So what would you say if I told you that in 21 years, each coin would be worth $13 million? The most important thing in the world is something I'll tell you. There's no telling what will happen tomorrow. In fact, if I told you it would reach 13 million in 21 years and that it would rise in a straight line with no changes, you would believe me. Is that better than this? If it goes to 13 million, it goes all over the place. And I'm going to tell you what I think. It's awful to know what will happen tomorrow. If I say that Bitcoin goes to 13 million tomorrow, that's the last Bitcoin you'll ever have. You'll think, damn, I should have bought more. The second thing that comes to mind is, oh, all of my family and friends, they missed it. I feel terrible because I wanted them to be a part of it. The third thought is, wow, I don't have time to go refinance my house. The fourth thought is, how can I start a business to get $1 billion to buy more Bitcoin? I'm not going to finish that by tomorrow morning. I have all this money that's not on the exchange and I can't send it because banks are closed tonight. That's my fifth thought. Okay, that's terrible news. That's not what you want, okay? You have 8 years if I give it to you, but that's not enough time for everyone to join in. You'll get more Bitcoin than you if I give you 21 years and everything goes in a straight line. This is because every stupid normal person who doesn't believe in Bitcoin, doesn't understand what you understand, and doesn't have any confidence is going to get more Bitcoin than you. Do you want this stupid, clueless money to buy all of your Bitcoin before you do? Not at all. It shouldn't be non-volatile. This is what you need. Because then you know something no one else does, you want it to be very unpredictable. You have 21 years to start a business, borrow money, collect money, or open a hedge fund. Start a Bitcoin business, tell your friends about it, start a show, make a life for yourself, borrow money, mortgage your house, and change how your bank sees you. You will be able to do work because of me. It's a lever. It has a 21-year switch. MicroStrategy has been in business for 4 years. We wouldn't be worth $40 billion right now if Bitcoin had gone from $10,000 to $65,000 on August 11th, the day we announced our plan to buy Bitcoin on August 10th. We'd be worth $4 billion now. See? You want the time and the button. And the second thing you need is a lot of instability. Because you remember when Bitcoin dropped from 66,000 to 16,000? It seems like everyone else lost it, went crazy, or freaked out, while we doubled down, right? And it worked out well for us. Everyone else had trouble with it. We tore up. So you have a chance to show how smart you are and how good you are at math. If you make it through the instability, you'll have a chance to show how moral and honest you are. You should pray for the changes. If it goes away, you'll be behind everyone else, but you should be glad that you know where everyone else will be in 21 years. You were 21 years ahead of everyone else. That is a job. That can be your life. Don't worry about the main part. That's good. So it's not smart to sell your Bitcoin and buy other stuff, even if the price of Bitcoin is 13 million. That everything else is always going to be worse. It's also easy to use the micro approach. To get money from companies that already have Bitcoin, it's necessary to hold on to the Bitcoin forever. Please do not drop the Bitcoin. Do not offer Bitcoin for sale. The establishment now agrees with you that Bitcoin is digital property, Bitcoin is property rights, Bitcoin is moral, Bitcoin is technically sound, Bitcoin is economically sound, Bitcoin is a tool for economic freedom, and Bitcoin is all of these things. Yes, we all knew it 4 years ago, but it wasn't clear that the elite did too. In 2020, the major news outlets didn't even talk about the business. This week, I think the public and the establishment around the world got a wake-up call that Bitcoin is here to stay and is the way of the future. Bitcoin's growth has been slowed down a lot by government rules. There are 3 main things that Michael Saylor says need to change for Bitcoin to hit its full potential and grow by 100 times. First, Bitcoin needs to be recognized by officials as an asset that can be used by institutions. Second, fair ways of doing accounts need to be set up. Finally, people should be able to store their own Bitcoin since banks are currently not allowed to do so by CC, FDIC, and OCC rules. Saylor claims that if banks were allowed to store Bitcoin, it could be used as collateral to get loans and make yields similar to Treasury bills 550 basis points without running any risk. His point is that banks will start to accept Bitcoin once the government and officials do too. Saylor also uses the fact that regulators shut down pro-Bitcoin banks like Signature and Silvergate as an example of the current regulatory atmosphere. He thinks that if the government and officials fully accepted Bitcoin, its price would go up by 100 times. Let's watch some more movie clips. There are 3 things that will make Bitcoin 100 times more valuable than it is now. The third point is that all that's needed is for the SEC, the OCC, and the FDIC to let banks like Goldman, Citigroup, and JP Morgan do their thing. Also, you might not like JP Morgan because of what the CEO said, but I promise that within a year or 2 of when it's possible to custody, they'll start the process to do so, and within 4 years they'll be custodying Bitcoin because that's what they do with money. That's why you want Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Citigroup, and JP Morgan to be able to hold Bitcoin. If they can buy it for you. They can also sell it if they can buy it. They will lend you money and give you interest on it if they can buy, sell, and store it. I believe banks will offer Bitcoin holders 550 basis points without any risk when they are able to hold the Bitcoin. In other words, things would be very different if you got 5% interest on your Bitcoin while you still had it. What else do I know? They might also lend you money at SOFR, which is 550 basis points plus a 50 basis point bonus from Bank of America or Citibank when they can hold the Bitcoin. Third, they'll let you use the Bitcoin as collateral against your home or mortgage. This means you should be able to refinance your mortgage maybe to 100% loan to value or 120% loan to value because they use the Bitcoin as security. Right now, if you went to one of these banks with a $5 million house and asked for a loan, they might say, well,